Yes, the gospel journey.
The gospel journey.
Obviously, we started a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Doing something new.
Very new.
Where are we?
So we're up to 41 people now. 41 people. We are working with some of the world's biggest companies. So to where we were 2 years ago when we started in this 4-man office, whatever it was, 5-man office next to the Hoover, we've come a long way, and I think early on we realised the problem of data movement needed to be solved. It wasn't being solved by anybody else. Everyone was still focusing on centralised fortresses, as we call them. So we thought if we could apply this new blockchain technology to this problem that everyone's facing, as we've got deeper into the problem, everyone's still using spreadsheets. So everyone, the IT department is still spending millions on databases, security layers, and their users are still sending in spreadsheets to suppliers, third parties. So to where we are now, obviously being invested by Salesforce, and
Opened our San Francisco office.
Opened San Francisco. We've made a couple of hires out there, so that's going quite well. We're working very closely with Salesforce. The technology will be on the App Exchange hopefully by the end of March. So customers will be able to download the connector into Gospel into Salesforce. So yeah, bit snapshots.
Whenever you're trying to build something new, as you know, there's a first phase of validating the opportunity, and I think that what we've learned in the 2 years, and what has been, I think, one of your greatest skills, and I think what we've benefited in the business is that intuitive understanding of getting to a customer, positioning a technology or solution, but very quickly understanding exactly what's the pain point of the client, what is the most contemporary or prevalent pain that customers experience. And I think that what we've found is, whilst we started in the early days, it was okay, everything's decentralizing, everything's distributing, there are these huge industry tailwinds of privacy and data control, and I think we've been very lucky to see that play out over the last 2 years in the news with data breaches, Facebook. So interesting. Well, I think where we are now is we've learned so much, and we're now just getting and we're focused on getting deep into the problem, which has allowed us to accelerate our learnings, which I think is why Gospel is very quickly becoming we're creating a market that is into enterprise trust, and we're dominating that with some of our intellectual property and our go-to-market and our messaging. So my thing is, I'm super excited where we are. You always are testing your thesis and the markets, and we're seeing that play out phenomenally in some amazing customers and amazing partners. I'm really excited for the next 12 months. Kind of, what do you see as the next 2 or 3 things?
I think the biggest thing that we've had to address is what is Gospel. Because Gospel in some
instances is always changing.
It's changing, and
it's always around a problem, I think.
The vision that's always super clear, but from a tool, because people always want to box you. Are you a middleware layer? Are you a storage layer? Are you a security layer? And Gospel in different instances becomes a number of different things. But the reality is everyone's trying to move data from A to B in a totally encrypted manner.
I think one of the most insightful things I've had was when we were out in Salesforce Tower, when we opened our office out a couple of weeks ago, and SVP at Salesforce was what MuleSoft is to APIs, Gospel is to data. And we've been searching for an anchor to kind of explain what we're doing, because it's kind of new. We get to the problem, people understand it. Can you do that? Yes. But then it's to be one of our key strategic and investors to say, well, what MuleSoft has done for APIs, Gospel can do for data. For me, that's
massive.
Wow, why couldn't I think of it and articulate it in such a straightforward, simple way?
2 years ago.
Yeah.